Hey everybody, this is Zach with IT Career Questions, and I have here with me Dana and Wendy from Malwarebytes, and they're going to share their story with us on how they got into the field.
So thank you folks for getting a chance for us to tell our stories. I got into cybersecurity through a process. I was in Minnesota at the time, in the Twin Cities, and I went and had a resume in hand, and I wanted to get a job at Secure Computing, which was this company that I didn't really know much about. But there was two opportunities in there. There was one opportunity to be a sales engineer, and there was also an opening to be a competitive analyst. And I chose the competitive analyst role, and that actually afforded me the opportunity to get into not just the business, the company itself, but into this security industry, which has been so ridiculously hot, and it just continues to grow. A lot of opportunities for growth. It's a problem that I think we wish was going to go away, but it doesn't seem to be going away. Security is still a need for businesses and for individuals like ourselves too. So as a competitive analyst, I rode through that company, which made firewall devices, web proxy gateway devices, as well as URL filtering solutions, token ID fobs and such. We were eventually acquired by McAfee out of California, and shortly thereafter McAfee was acquired by Intel Security. So my career arc just kept following these companies and the acquisitions, and later I went to a couple of other network security businesses until I came here to the endpoint security business of Malwarebytes.
Thank you guys for taking the time to get to know us, first of all. So for me, it was very simple. I'm from California, Silicon Valley. It's very common for everybody in California to work for a tech company, so that was kind of the obvious. I worked for a publishing company, and one day we were writing an article on the top security companies, and of course Malwarebytes came on that list. And I started to learn more about Malwarebytes, learning to know more about the industry, but what really caught my attention personally was learning more of the story of Malwarebytes, as cheesy as it sounds. I knew from the get-go that the company that I wanted to work in had to be somebody that a company that I felt very passionate about. So I learned the story of Marcin, his vision, the importance of security, and that's what got me to the security industry. So now I've been here for a few years, and it's very interesting getting to know not only the industry itself, but most importantly, both aspects of being in the company and people dealing with different type of issues.
So if you guys had any advice to people who are looking to get in IT or the security field, what kind of advice would you give?
I had the option. I mean, I started out in civil engineering actually at school, and I wasn't getting where I needed to get. My grades weren't the best. I realized I wasn't getting past Calc 2. And then when I actually failed Calc 2, it was kind of a wake-up call, and I talked to some friends at campus, and they were actually saying, you should check out this BCS major at campus, Business Computer Systems. I'm like, well, what is that? And I had already dabbled in networking because as a previous life, I was an AutoCAD draftsman, CAD technician, and so there was computers, and I played with networking a little bit. And for a family business, I was their network administrator helping out. So here I realized that this course, Business Computer Systems, was blending kind of an MIS degree, a little bit of programming, a little bit of business classes, all together with the purposes of kind of getting out there into IT. Now at the time I didn't know would I be in IT. I never would have thought about security.
Yeah.
So that's why for advice for folks that are out there, I think it's be flexible is what I would say, because you never know what life is going to hand you. But if you keep that openness and you keep that flexibility, you can actually just navigate. As some say, if a door closes, just look around. There might be a window that literally just opens something. But you got to find it, and it's there for you.
I think for me, I'm going to say networking first of all, and understand the area that you want to get into.
Yeah.
So, I had no security background, but I just knew I did my research on the security industry. So when I went for that interview, I probably did a lot more research than I should have.
Okay.
But for me, it's networking and just know the industry.
Yeah.
Keep yourself afloat on these type of events.
Yeah. Did you find yourself going into? Did family and friends help out? People from college that, like with my experience, they were saying, "Oh, you should go check this out."
That's what part of it's part of networking. Because again, I did my research, I knew where I wanted to work, and I quickly caught people that I knew from college, and I just told them, help me get in that company. So it's just part of networking.
That's perfect. Yeah, that's exactly. I would agree.
Yeah. Something that somebody told me not too long ago actually was and this is actually a hiring person within the industry told me, you know, there's a lot of things that we look for qualifications. We call it a wish list, but it's all about having the foundations of that. Everything else can be self-taught. You can teach people different things, but it's just about having the foundations of what's important for that role. But I think in security, it's all about networking. It's all about knowing people there.
Yeah, I agree.
Can you tell me a little bit about Malwarebytes and kind of what you do, or
Yeah, sure, Zach.
just what you guys are offering now and things like that?
Yeah,
What's new?
absolutely. So Malwarebytes protects both consumers and businesses against the latest threats. We have got different solutions for those different groups. For businesses, what we have is endpoint protection, which is a cloud-managed solution. It uses a single agent for all of our technologies and what we call multi-vector protection. It's different layers, multiple layers, that can stop an attacker as he or she, or I should say they, are trying to penetrate and infect your systems across your business. And our Malwarebytes technologies are downloaded 500,000 times every day around the world. And every day, on average, we're actually remediating 3 million different threats and cleaning up threats that, frankly, other antivirus solutions have actually missed.
In my own experience,
Oh, and
I've had that.
you've had that same
Yeah,
scenario.
Malwarebytes picks up, lots of things that other programs don't do.
Yeah, that was
I've used Malwarebytes personal use and recommended it to other businesses as far as if you guys aren't getting rid of this, if you guys aren't, your antivirus isn't stopping this.
Yeah.
Download Malwarebytes, which in Malwarebytes it's a different product probably.
Oh yeah. We've continued to evolve,
Right.
but you're.
When did you guys go more enterprise?
2013, I believe, was our first business offering to businesses of all sizes. But now the last iteration with this cloud solution, so scalable, so capable now with the feature sets to set granular policies for businesses that it just sky's the limit. And that's the beauty that you get with a cloud-based solution.
Right. That's awesome.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Zach.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate your time, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.